Hi, I'm Joshua Martin, and in this month's Property Intel Power Up, we're going to be looking at how you would use Property Intel for snow planning as snow season is quickly approaching for many areas of the country. The first way that you would use Property Intel for planning snow is doing a takeoff or measuring, and then also planning how you would end up servicing that site in the case of a snow event. And so you can see here, this is an example snow map that's been created within the system. You're going to use all the same tools that you would do normally for measuring and marking up the plan. You can see here over on the left where I've added in the different material to get my square footages so that I can then price and estimate what this snow job would cost. If you have kits within the system, you can also apply those kits and you can get an estimate as you are measuring and doing your takeoff. Some other things to note in this area as well, you can use our text tool to add any other annotations such as where snow would be piled. You can use the arrow tool to show push lanes and the direction you would end up pushing. And overall, just mark up the plan with any notes that you may need to service a property. And then at the same time, you're getting those square footages that you can estimate with. And then you can share out the project with a share link here or download the map itself as a PDF or even as a section report. Now, the other way that you would end up using Property Intel for snow planning is to do things such as a walk and highlight any existing damage to the property. That way you can pull that up at the end of the season and note the things that may or may not have been caused as a result of the snow season. And so the way that you would end up doing this is using our reference map feature. And so within reference maps, you can come into properties, you can search the particular property that you're going to be working on. And then you can kind of see here where all the projects are listed. So that snow map we were looking at is here, but what we're going to be looking at is reference maps. And so within reference maps, you can click this tab, you can click new map, give it a name. So you can say snow, let's call it pre-snow walk 2025. And so you can kind of see here where we have a map. And so the thing that reference maps allows you to do is to note any area. So if you're walking around and you see existing damage to the property, such as we want to maybe highlight and note an existing damage to the asphalt here that may be at the back of the loading dock. Well, I can just simply add a pin, click to mark where that pin would go, and then I can add any notes about this. So I can say asphalt damage. I can add any specific description that I wanted to add about it, upload an image of the actual damage itself, and it will attach the image to this pin. Let me add just some descriptor text here and call it existing damage. Okay. And so I can control details, I can control color of the pin, that sort of stuff. I can add lots more around if we wanted to add another to indicate where a curb was damaged, just to kind of mark that as well on the property. We can do the same thing. I'm going to upload a damaged curb picture, just an example picture. Let's just call this one damaged curb. And so the good thing about these reference maps is you can share these out in two different ways. The first one is I can just simply share the map, which would create a read-only version that could be shared out with a customer, for example, that would give me the customer the ability to click around and take a look at the map and just see the different issues that may have related to it that you want to highlight. There's some existing damage. The other way that it can be shared is creating a report. So this is really helpful in snow season. So you can add some just descriptive text here. You can show and hide whatever you want to show, fill out any more details with this. But the point, what I wanted to show as well within this is then you can download these reports. And so these are PDF reports that can be created, live in the system, and then also be downloaded, share with the customer, or simply just keep them on file to note the damage. So that way, when you're coming back at the end of the season and marking things that need to be repaired, you can quickly and easily identify the things that were caused as a result of snow plowing and the things that existed on the property as before.